Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another pet menagerie guide brought to you by P Lion. Today's guide sees us against Squirt and the three Diablo pets, Deebs, Tiri, and Puzzle. This fight's unique in the fact that it still retains the base experience for leveling your pets, so it can be used to power level them from 1 to 25 in around about 10 minutes. I've previously made a video for this encounter which you can find in the description below. However, today I'll be showing you a variation of the fight which is a little bit more consistent and much more efficient if you're going to be leveling a considerable number of pets. So to get started, you're going to need a rare enchanted broom with batter and sweep, and a rare Weebomination with cleave. For your third slot, you can bring any level 1 pet from any pet family. It will gain experience regardless, and it's not going to get hit in the fight. To maximise your experience, it's best to have a safari hat and both of the pet treats to gain 85% extra experience for each encounter. And as a general rule of when you're power leveling, I complete 4 fights which brings the pets from 1 to 22, and then normally I'd use pet tokens for the remaining levels to 25. But for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to be doing a full 1 to 25 to give you a rough idea of how long it takes. So let's check that we've got our pet treats enabled. So I'm just going to pop these on to start with on the scrapbook. There we go, pop the safari hat on, and I'm just going to start the timer here. So timer is running. So you're always going to start with your enchanted broom, and you're going to pop sweep, which will take Deebs out of the fight and bring puzzle. And it's at this stage that we're going to swap in your level 1 pet. So Rascalbot comes in. Puzzle will always do an evasion spell, so he's gained his experience, he doesn't take a hit, he gets replaced. And then we bring in the Weebomination. Now at this point, all that we're going to do is just cleave 100% for the rest of this encounter until our Weebomination dies. Now by using this method, Puzzle is going to remain as the front pet, and both Tiri and Deebs are just going to get hit, both as the back 2 line pets, and that's just going to render them totally useless for the entire fight. And this is obviously the method that we're going to use to ensure that our Rascalbot gets full experience. So as with the majority of these fights, you don't need to worry what the enemy pet is doing. Puzzle's going to be obviously hitting our Weebomination, and he's going to be portaling, evading, doing all 3 of his spells, but it doesn't really make any difference. So it should just be one more hit to get both Deebs and Tiri down on the back row. There we are, so both of those are down. We're going to get another hit onto Puzzle. And at this stage of the fight, Puzzle is going to portal, so we're just going to pass, and this is going to save us a little bit of time. Puzzle portal, sorry. Weebomination goes down, and bring our enchanted broom, and because he's faster, we're just going to batter. There we go, so that's the first one done, 1 minute 46. And we're just going to heal up, so we are already level 11, and just straight back in. So that's it, we're just going to rinse and repeat that method. So sweep to start with. Same again, as soon as Puzzle comes in, swap in the Rascalbot, he's going to evade. And swap Weebomination in. And again, we just continue to cleave. And that is pretty much just the rinse and repeat. We're just going to do this, obviously, until the back 2 pets are down. Now, the reason why I've taken on this method is mainly due to the fact that Tiri does not actually become an active pet during the encounter whatsoever. If you watched my previous video, then there is a little bit of RNG involved with sort of mischances and crits and other things like that. Obviously, if you've got these pets available, then this is the much preferred method that I've been using recently. There we are, so Deebs is down and Puzzle is the remaining pet. So our Weebomination has gone down here, we're just going to hit one more time. And same as last time, we're just going to pass on this round because he's going to portal and just saves you a little bit of time there. So Enchanted Broom in. And we're going to batter. So there we go. So that is 2 fights down, 3 minutes 30 into the encounter. I'm just going to pet bandage straight back in. So as you can see, our Rascal Bot is already up to level 16. Swap him back in. And straight back out again. So it just goes to know, in any sort of pet battle that you're doing, guys, if you are actually in for a turn, even if you don't take any damage, if they sort of buff themselves or whatever, as long as you're an active pet for a turn, you will get the experience, which is obviously what our Rascal Bot has done in each of these encounters so far. So another couple of hits on these as well. Just to give you a little bit of a heads up, this is currently the only way that I actually level up any pets, regardless of the sort of triple experience event. I don't currently use any other sort of tamers. I'm just using this method at this moment in time. Not because it's the most efficient, but obviously it is the easiest to do in terms of being able to sort of mass produce without having to go anywhere. You don't have to fly around anywhere, anything along those lines. So semi-edge pass. Save that quick turn there. And just finish off. There we go. So we're 5 minutes, sort of 20 seconds in, and that is 3 battles down. So let's go again. Level 19 our Rascal Bot. So swapping the pets, and swap into the Weebomination. So don't forget, folks, this is on a 1 every 15-day rotation. Obviously, if you've been watching my other YouTube guides on the bet garrisons, they obviously follow in a predictive order. So once every 15 days, this is available, which for somebody like myself who doesn't particularly enjoy sort of leveling my pets all the time, it's sort of a nice sort of time period in between each event. And one thing to note as well, whenever this coincides with the triple experience event, it does still work. So I have previously done Squirt plus the triple experience, and I've managed to level sort of 50 plus, 80 plus pets previously using this method. It doesn't really line up too often, but it is something just to keep in mind. If you are available to do it on that day, you'll definitely make a lot of pets leveled up pretty efficiently. There we go. So same again. He goes down. Let's bring our broom in. Just a turn ahead. Lost count a little bit there, but that's fine. Obviously, it's just going to add a couple of seconds on there. Should have passed rather than just going in with the batter, but that's not a problem. So 1 to 22. So at this sort of stage, I'd look to actually finish. We're about 7 minutes in. I would generally finish at this point. The sort of efficiency from doing from 22 to 25 is pretty small compared to the fact that you can just obviously purchase those the tokens, from your pet charm vendor. But obviously for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to do the full 1 to 25 for you. And we should be there about 10 minutes. So same again, just another couple of cleaves to go. Like I mentioned previously, obviously there is no RNG with this method. It is within reason sort of 100% foolproof as long as you do the sweep, swap your leveling pet, bring your Weebomination in. Obviously, there'll be a couple of crits here and there. That shouldn't make any sort of real difference. As you could see, I sort of messed up with the portal on the Enchanted Broom last time, which is fine. It just same again. It'll just add a little bit of time onto your actual sort of fights altogether. So this will go through, and I'll remember to pass this time as soon as the turn comes available. So pass on that. Broom's going to come back in. So it looks like we're just going to be over the 10-minute mark by the time we're done. So we got should be one last one to go. But in theory, you're sort of looking around the 10-minute marker. Like I said, from a personal point of view, I find it a lot more efficient to just go from 1 to 22 and then use the pet tokens. So we're talking sort of like 7-8 minutes, depending how efficient you are with sort of clicking your movesets. And the only other sort of thing that I could possibly add, folks, we're still at this sort of time that I'm actually doing this video, we still don't really know what's going to be happening to garrisons. You know, I mean, there's some rumours that obviously they're going to stay as they are. We don't know what's going to happen to the pet menagerie. So I would try and take advantage of it just as much as you possibly can at this moment in time. Get as many pets leveled as you can. It is, as far as I'm aware, sort of the most efficient sort of method to sort of spam level your pets, with a lot of the other tamers sort of being sort of a once per day per account sort of method. Well, let's pass on here. So we're just going over the 10-minute marker here, so we should be within 11 minutes, which isn't too bad. And this should be the last batter on here. And that should be it, folks. There we go, level 25, and we're just under the 11-minute marker. So hopefully that's been fairly useful to you guys. Like I said, if it's me, I'd just do 1 to 22. It saves you 2 fights. You're looking at sort of 4 fights from 1 to 22. If you're going to go all the way to 25, you've got an extra couple of battles. It's really not time efficient. So do 1 to 22 in sort of 4 fights. That'll take you about 7-8 minutes. And yeah, just get doing it, guys. Like I said, if you can, try and do the Super Squirt, is what I call it, if the triple experience event coincides, every 15 days. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. Fingers crossed you managed to level up plenty of your pets. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up, and feel free to post any sort of comments below, and subscribe as well, guys. Thank you very much. See ya.